This is my favorite hat.
That is nice.
It's warm.
Yeah.
My wife is stupid on me. But I wear it anyway.
We could concur. Are we ready? I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Haney, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Well, in our opinion, of course,
Do you believe that his wife thinks that looks stupid on him?
This is my favorite hat, isn't it? It's been cold, Bob. We're up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and
minus 30 some below with the wind chill today.
And the last 20 days, like 19 of them have been below zero. Not all the time, but But this hat is really, this baby keeps me.
All right, well, let's get on topic here, Brad. We had somebody that mentioned to us on Google Plus that they went to somewhere and everybody there had stroke.
Yeah, it was a group for people that had strokes.
And she noticed, or he noticed?
He did.
He noticed that a lot of them were in that bent arm position.
Right.
And what we could do about that. Well, we just did a video on the inflatable air splint, and we thought we'd just do a very quick one on how you could handle someone who has the bent arm after the stroke.
Right.
And basically one thing that you're having trouble with is what we call increased tone. The muscle is bending it up on its own. So one way to help combat that and also to help stretch the arm is to use an air splint. But first off, what you do, Brad, is you stretch the arm out.
Right, so if you have
like this.
Yeah, as therapists, we call it either contracture or tone, high tone, and what's going on is the muscle, in this case the bicep, is working without the brain telling it what to do. It's working all on its own. The nervous system, it gets kind of complicated, so I don't want to get into that. But if you think that person, like if I start stretching this elbow and the tone is holding it, so Bob, go ahead and hold it like it'd be, and it's like, quit doing that, and really the person is not able to control whatsoever. Yeah. So just be patient if you're a family member or a friend trying to help this person out, but you're going to pull it. And
what's helpful, Brad, is actually a lot of times is to start like this and to bend the arm like that.
Yeah. So the palm is down.
If the hand is bent like this, open the hand and then bring that open.
Good.
And open.
Bob's done more rehab than I have.
Rehab strokes.
So I'm going to go on like this.
Yeah.
And so the palm up is going to help release that.
Yeah, release the tone.
Do you ever do that trick where you rub the muscle in your thumb? Sometimes if you rub that muscle, that bicep, and down by the tendon, it'll help release it. There's a lot of little tricks you can try. And it'll usually open up slow like this. And once you get it straight, you may not get it totally straight, but once you
keep the pressure on the whole time. What we said in the last video, it's like a clasp knife.
Right.
The clasp knife. It's really hard. Also, it just releases, and that's quite often what we'll find after a stroke.
Okay, so once we get it straight, then what are we going to do, Bob?
We slide this on.
Okay. So we're going to hold it out there, and typically it won't spring back. Once you get it out,
it usually will stay to some extent.
You may have to work with it a little bit. Everyone's a little different.
Just type in the inflatable air splint on Google, and these run. I saw them, about up to $15. Some are cheaper. My biceps got too big.
Yeah, you've been pumping some weight, Bob. Wow, I'm ruining your shirt.
Ruined my shirt.
Oh, well, this is a shirt, Bob. What's the big deal? Okay, once you get it on,
and then you blow it up, which is actually already partly blown up. So
the pressure, it just helps it to split.
Yeah, it gives it even pressure over the muscle and actually helps calm the muscle down. You can leave this on for a good hour.
Right.
You can actually do exercises with it. You can actually put weight through it, which is good for the arm.
Right.
And we showed on the last video, you can even do some walking along the bench like this to work on getting some strength.
Right. If you put force through that joint, the muscles will co-contract, we call it, and they'll work automatically. As long as there's no pain with it, it should be pain-free. If your joint is really flaccid, be careful, though, because if the shoulder joint is flaccid, but it probably won't be if you have this much tone.
Right.
But just, there should be no pain and everything should look, feel pretty normal.
Right. Just one more last thing about tone. If you sit there and stand there, what I used to explain to people about tone is if you just let your hand relax, you see how it bends naturally?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit of tone going on there. If there was no tone at all, your hand would be like this.
Sure.
So there's a little natural tone already pulling up, and when the brain is not there to tell it not to do that, then it actually curls up even more.
Sure.
So, all right, a little tip for you to try. Good luck.